What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking a look back at a recent 25 kill gameplay on Rebirth Island and talking about how you, the average player, can get more kills playing solo versus squads. Now, we talk about three main things when it comes to improving at Warzone: technique, awareness, and strategy. Strategy: we're dropping outside the hot area so we can approach with information. We're finding a ground loot gun, not fighting on roof with a pistol. Awareness: we find this first easy down. When we finish the kill, we get minimap pings. Now, looking here, we can see 4 enemies inside control, which tells us immediately that it's 2 teams. Why? Well, we just finished off this first enemy, so at most he should have 3 more teammates in the vicinity. The fact that we see 4 here tells us not only is there another team here, but they're fighting because that additional enemy has to be shooting bullets to appear on our minimap. Since we know we have multiple enemies inside Bigot control, instead of pushing straight in and risking getting pinched, we're going to work up the steps and play the outside for a minute. We have $2,800, so my main focus is going to be hitting this buy station and buying my C9. We see one jumping down off of small, but he doesn't see us. That's going to be another easy kill. Hit the buy station, now we have our SMG. We see one dropping in behind us, not paying attention. We get the kill, we get the thirst, and now we still have 2 pings on bottom floor of big. And again, we're not getting overly aggressive here. I'm going to push up and play patient outside the door. We catch the Rasta skin pushing through for another easy kill. 2 more pings on minimap. So immediately we're going to reload, replate, and start working towards the next fight. More dropping in on roof. We try to get positions on the Squid Game skin, but this one is coming straight for us, so we prioritize him first. We get caught reloading, but a quick YY to cancel the reload and good shots out of the air. Pushing down for the thirst, we have 3 more fighting outside. Guy at the corner dies, we pick up the third party on number 2, but he just got shot in the back, so we know there's one more around the corner. He tries to run, that's another easy kill. Now we have 2 more minimap pings up top. We still have full plates, so all we have to do is reload on the way up, and we're back into the fight. When we push outside, we see 3 more enemies. One dropping in, Squid Game skin by the corner, Squid Game skin in the hallway. This guy in the hallway is going to be our immediate concern because he's probably pushing up to us. We try to catch the one dropping in, but he's going to manage to get away, and instead of pushing and chasing after him, we're going to go up top and try to get high ground because we know that that guy might be coming from below us. When we get up top, we see red smoke across, so we know somebody's dropping in, and we push that immediately because we know that they're going to be at a disadvantage. They only have 2 plates and a pistol, so we should always win this fight. It's 2, we get the down and the thirst on 1, the thirst on the second, and now back to our minimap. 4 pings below us, we just killed 2 people fighting. That means there's still 2 teams in control with us. We're off to a really solid start though, and we don't want to get over aggressive and get pinched, so we're just going to play a little patient, hold this angle with the aims, and see if we can catch anyone else flying in or pushing up the steps. We have 8 kills with a minute and a half left in the first circle. We're on 30 pace. We don't want to put ourselves in a bad position and sell the game. We grab this heartbeat sensor off the ground for more information. One just came up the steps, but he's watching the wrong side, so that's an easy kill number 9. Lots of people in the sky right now. One's right above us, that's number 10, and now on minimap we see 2 more, and it looks like they might be pushing for the steps. So we're just going to go back to playing a little patient, holding that angle, and looking for our 1v1s. We check our heartbeat sensor and see that they backed off a little bit, but we still don't want to push in outnumbered. The wolf skin is going to push out the door, we take the 1v1, and his teammate is left alone in the stairwell. We reposition and get kill number 12. We check our minimap and see 1 intense and 2 down by boat. We have to make a decision on what to push immediately, so we choose the 1 intense because it looks like a 1v1 fight. Still not trying to overexpose ourselves, we're going to use this jump spot to the window and see if we can find him before we move out of cover. We managed to get the down, but we see this enemy in the back here, which tells us we have to be careful because this isn't the team I've been splitting, and there's going to be a third teammate. We try to play cover on the 10, we get the down on number 1, but number 2 is going to manage to take us out. So now we need to focus on regaining, getting back into the fight quick. We have 14 kills and almost 2 minutes left in the first circle. Luckily, we have a free loadout sitting here by control, and we do push for it a little over aggressively because I already cleared control in the first circle. Then we start working through the building for plates. We had a lot of gunfights here already. There's plenty of loot on the ground to get what we need and get back in the action. We're a little stuck here because we have loadout, but we have no idea where anyone is. Luckily, we get this big bag of cash, so the first thing we do is work for a UAV. Pop one, grab one for later, and we start working towards this team down on boat. We do have our loadout XM4 now, so we can just play for this team from range and use this top wall for cover. We get one right away, but take some shots, so we have to back off a little bit to replate, and then immediately back to the wall looking for the next down. We catch this guy peeking from middle, but we're being too aggressive and we pay for it, but that's okay because Resurgence is still active. We get back in quick, we're able to get our guns and perks back from our body, and we pop a UAV that we bought earlier. Now, this team is still down on boat and Circle is pulling to me, so instead of risking another death, we're going to fall back to control here and try to get power position. Yes, we lose pace a little here in the mid game, but we're still going to manage to drop 25 kills because we're playing smart and we're not taking unnecessary deaths. I'm going to take a second to say if you do want to continue getting more wins in higher kill games, consider joining our Discord server. I'm looking to build a community of players who want to improve, find people to play with, and stay up to date with all the meta changes and patch notes here in Black Ops 6 and Warzone. Now, Circle is closing and this team from boat is pushing up. This is going to be a bit of a tough gunfight because they have all this cover to work with down low, so we need to be patient and just try to find that first down. You can see on minimap that one of their teammates dropped down into the gas. He's going to get stuck down there, so now we're in a 1v2 situation. We reposition to the other side of the roof to see if we can find an angle. There's the death from the guy in gas. Fire sale just started, so now the pressure is on to wrap up this gunfight so we can take advantage, but I'm just really struggling to find a down on these guys. We reposition again and notice this white skin falling back to the gun. We wait for him to peek, and we have to hit good shots here. We have to take advantage of this opening, and we have to wrap this team up and move on if we want to make up for the second circle. Now, their last teammate is going to have to rotate towards us again, and there's one dropping in behind us, so we want to act on that first because it's the easy fight. We finish the full kill, and now we want to take advantage of this fire sale while we still can, so I'm going to work straight to the buy station and grab a few more UAVs. 1, so I can find this guy we left behind us, and 2, so we can know our next move as soon as we clean this area up. This guy hasn't moved, and now he's on the edge of the gas, so we take roof because it's a power position, and pick up number 19 with the squad wipe. We grab a quick munitions box, and minimap tells us that we have enemies at prison, enemies at living quarters, and enemies at factory. So we decide to push to headquarters. Now, why headquarters? Because in this situation, HQ gives us a power position over the team at living quarters, but it also gives us the chance to find an angle on these guys at prison roof while having plenty of cover to play if things get hairy. We see one on top of Big Green, but that's a pretty tough gunfight to win, so we're just going to leave them down there and push up to roof. We crack this guy on the heady, but we don't manage to find the down, and now his team knows I'm here, so we have to start thinking about repositioning. We take some shots on our way down here, but we manage to get inside and replate. We grab a stim from the medicine cabinet in case we get stuck in the gas and have to make a play, and we grab this bounty contract for a little bit of information so we can play this smarter. This team is still in prison, and gas is going to pull them out in about 40 seconds, so I decide to grab Grandpa's roof and wait for the rotation. We get some damage but no down, and they call a bunker buster, so we have to reposition again, and we can't just go inside. Top floor of Grandma's house gives us a good angle to fight back, so we play the window and catch 2 rotating down from roof. The gas is about to push us out of Grandma's house, so we move back over to Grandpa's roof because it's the highest part of the map still in play, and it gives us a good sight line to factory and living quarters, which is where we know the last few teams are. We still aren't able to get an easy gunfight on Big Green, and I realize this may be the last chance to hit the buy station safely, so we fall back, buy a gas mask and a portable radar so we can get info for the final circle. We miss some shots and can't find the kill on top living here, so we rotate over to factory to escape the gas and get some cover to replate. We see minimap pings on the buy station, so we know we have people outside. We work down the steps and see this guy back on the heady. We get the break and move into cover to wait for him to re-peek. Notice, as we're getting the down on this enemy, we see a second enemy parachuting down behind the crane with him, so we have to be careful. We're taking damage from the gas and our mask is broken, so we have to move now. I don't see enemy number 2 challenging, so I risk the push and catch them on the revive. We find cover in the shipping container, but now we're in a tough situation. We have 1 behind us on boat, 1 above us on factory, and 2 in the house to our left. So we have to be patient. The gas isn't pulling in our favor, but they do have to pass our line of sight to rotate. They start to move, so we push into the house for a better angle, but this precision airstrike is going to make us stay inside and get caught in the gas. We wait for it to pass, and then we make our rotation. We catch this enemy dropping in out back for number 25, and we manage to make it back into zone. We know the last 2 enemies are at living quarters, so we make for a push up the steps, but we are going to make our biggest mistake of this whole game right here, ladies and gentlemen. We slide, we hit good shots, but unfortunately, I forgot to plate, and that's going to be game. I hope you all enjoyed and found this helpful. If you did, consider subscribing for more upcoming content on how you can become a better player, and consider dropping by for a live stream over on Kick or Twitch. And I will catch you later.